You okay? Hey, hard!
What's up, guys? This is Demi Christie for another video of the Monster Hunter world. So I finished the game, the main game. I've finally defeated the final monster. The new DLC. I cannot play that since that requires you to be online, which I do not have PS Plus. So this will be my review of the entire game of the Monster Hunter world. Although I'll still be playing the game, any updates I can play with, right? If I need to build and create a new build, or probably try out new weapons, I'll still be playing it. But since the game itself, the main storyline, if you can call it like that, is finished, this will be my final review of the Monster Hunter world. A little disclaimer: this will be rated according to my set standards. So this is not an official standard. This is just a made-up standard that may evolve as I progress with evaluating other games as well. The game will be evaluated against 4 metrics. You have the gameplay, the storyline, immersiveness, and repeatability. They'll be given scores from 1 to 10, and 10 being the highest, and they'll be averaged afterwards. The ending average will then be the score of the game. The game score will then be ranked against my set standard again, giving it the title as God, Demigod, Human, Subhuman, or Primordial. Gameplay. It's the tactical aspect of the game. At the beginning of the game, you will start with a basic weapon, and just with your chainmail at your back, and then start to hunt, gather materials, and collect or harvest materials from your prey. Then you build another armor, a better weapon, and then you hunt a larger monster. Then you start over again, gather materials, carve the larger monsters, and build a better armor and weapons until you get the best build you can. With a 14 weapon class and over 100 items to build or craft, Monster Hunter is a very complex world. It's the best Monster Hunter among the series. Its controls are more fluid. Any glitches or any problem with the initial releases, the earlier versions in the PSP has been improved. The larger screen helps a lot since you're working with TV. Not to mention the awesome graphics that the Monster Hunter world has. The downside of the current Monster Hunter world is that you need to have a PS Plus to play with your friends. The older version of the Monster Hunter under the PSP, that you just need Wi-Fi signal, don't need internet access. You can play with your friends up to 4. In this case, you require not only have internet access, but also to register for PS Plus. That brings a lot of limitations for people like me who does not have PS Plus due to economic reasons and due to, let's say, I don't see the value of having a PS Plus registration. In that instance, you see that they are actually milking the cow, the Monster Hunter world, Monster Hunter franchise, which is very typical of Capcom, with the series like Resident Evil, Street Fighter, Evil Within, and a lot of games more under Capcom. For that reason, I give the gameplay rating to 7. Since the value of the Monster Hunter franchise for me was its camaraderie with my friends, with my 4 peers at that time, which is now inhibited by the requirement for internet and PS Plus. I can go with internet, but PS Plus registration, for me, that draws the line. Storyline. It involves the holistic plot of the game. The plot of the game revolves around the migration of the Elder Dragons to this new world, and an expedition team was sent out to know why this is happening. Now, even the earlier franchise of the Monster Hunter world, it was never explained why these people commit ecological genocide. They're just hunters. There's no real threat to humanity. Is it that they just go to these remote places, exotic remote places, and then hunt monsters from the smaller to the bigger, craft weapons, and this all under the guise of research. In this case, destructive ecological genocide research. Don't get me wrong, I love the game. I am completely immersed on the game. That will be explained later. But there's no storyline, no real threat for me to sink my teeth on. And for that reason, I'll give the storyline a point of 5. Because of there is no reason. If this was in the real world, the animal activists will have a field day on this. It's just a bunch of humans who want to implement their superiority over other creatures, and then that's the bottom line. Immersiveness. This is the degree to which a player is completely lost into the game. With a mediocre storyline, character customization is also mediocre, and the character is also not that well thought out. Remember, the main character cannot speak. That's a turn off for me. So I have no emotional involvement with the story, but no emotional involvement with the character. You may think that the immersiveness of the game is very low, but because of the monsters, the thrill of the hunt, the gameplay itself, the 14 types of weaponry, the craftability, I'm completely immersed onto the game. I would spend hours and hours on the game. I will sacrifice my sleep before going to work for the game. So this is a very immersive game, given also the uncanny movements of the monsters, really almost animal-like, and the wonderful sceneries, the captivating graphics. This is a very good game. That's why I give, for immersiveness, I give this game a score of 9. You may ask why my score for immersiveness is higher than the gameplay. It is due to the addictive property of this game, due to its nostalgic, due to its adrenaline rush in every hunt. I think the score is well deserved. And finally, the repeatability. It's the degree to which a player wants to repeat the game immediately after completing the game. Factors that influence this is, of course, the plot. If there are multiple endings to the plot, characters in emotion, if players emotionally involved in the characters and the storyline. Unfortunately for me, this is not what Monster Hunter World provides me. The reason I repeat this game during the PSP series is to be with my friends, right? If they needed additional help for a hunt, additional items for crafting. But in this case, since I don't have that privilege, since I don't have a PS Plus, that's really not a thing for me. But furthermore, there's no storyline to go with. I'm not emotionally involved with the characters. The reason I stay with the game is due to the DLCs, additional monsters, additional quests that come up every updating. However, we know for a fact that will eventually die off, like 1 or 2 years. And when that happens, I may give up the game. And for that reason, I give the score for repeatability is score of 7. Averaging the scores, the Monster Hunter World receives a title of Demigod for a game score of 7.
I know it's a lot, the hair, the bod. When you're staring at a demigod, what can I say except you're welcome?
Do you agree with my ranking? Comment below. If you do not agree or agree, we can have a short discussion about that. Like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. I'm still playing the Monster Hunter World for every updates, for every additional builds or additional weapons that I may want to try. But I'm currently playing Witcher Hunter 3 and its DLCs, and now this is a completely different gameplay. So see you in the next video. Again, this is Demigod Christie. Do have a good one.